Driven 65. Good morning, YouTube channel. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you being here. My name is Robert Towers, if anybody don't know. Towers Mow, Scape, and Ground Maintenance is my main business, how I make a living. And we're going to be heading out today, doing a leaf job. It'll actually be right down the street, one of my neighbors. We're going to be doing that today, and possibly another one. We'll see how far we get. But we got to get loaded up and some other things. I got to get hooked up. And today's not too bad. A little cloudy, a little sunny. Talking about rain coming in tomorrow. So I'm trying to knock out as much as I can in between the rain. Leaves, it's crazy because when you're hard into leaves, it's great when everything is dry because you can go in there and they just, you barely blow them and they go. But when you got rain, it'll rain a couple days and then you got to wait for it to dry out some. They just don't move as quick, so it's a little bit harder, which I ain't complaining. It's just work is work to me. It doesn't matter, but it is a little bit easier when it is drier. But when it's raining off and on, we've had rain off and on like every 2 or 3 days, so it makes it a little struggle to get done and try to get wrapped up before Christmas. I'm trying to get all my leaves. Now there's a job or two that I will do after Christmas. It's a job where I'm going in and I'm just cleaning up the yard where they've just fallen. Normally I span it out every 2 weeks. I'll go into my yards, clean up, do a cleanup, and then come back every 2 weeks. It makes it lighter on the work. It just spreads it out in the end as far as to the customer. It's great for them because their leaves are not sitting on their grass, killing their grass and all that. But where I'm going after Christmas, they really don't have grass. They live kind of in the edge of the woods, and they get deep there. But I just spend most of the day there getting it out because there's just so many. But I've got it down pretty much to a science now. I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years, so it doesn't take me half as long as it did when I first started there. So we'll get hooked up, get things set up, and Tank's out here running like a madman like he always does. Here, you ready? Here. Get it. So we'll get hooked up here. Wild man, look at him. He's wound tight. He just loves the frisbee, don't you? This slab of wood. I can't even talk this morning. Wood. A friend of mine gave me a piece of pine. He had it. He had it as a bar, but I'm gonna take it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I got a couple ideas in my head. You'll probably see it on the video. But it's a good slab. So let me get him chunk this frisbee so he can play. Ready? Get. You crazy man, look at you. You're wound tight this morning. Look at you. All right. Gotta get to work. All right, we're hooked up there. Now I gotta get this lawnmower out. This is my spare, customized. It's got a lot of names. But I mainly use it for leaves. It's got a Kawasaki 25 on it, and she's She got the torque. She turns up fast, so you don't tell this motor nothing. I mean, she will do the job. Should be good. I should have blew it out before it rained. That ain't bad. We're going to yeah, look at this. Take this in my Skag with the power bagger on it, and yard's a mess right now. And transition of leaves and everything else. So I'm gonna go back to the lawnmower. For GoPro is I'm gonna have to put some rubber or something on it. I had something on there, but the magnet is a little too strong and it's like crazy to pull off. So if I put something on there, it'll pan out the magnet, so it's so strong. One thing about it, once you put it on something, you ain't gotta worry about it going nowhere. Good to go. Just gotta get the bags. What did I do with that? There they are. Good there. See how much gas we got. Plenty of gas. Okay, that should be it. Oh, I gotta mix some gas for the blowers. All right, guys. I'll see you at the job. Welcome back, guys. This is another day. What you were watching before was probably yard down the street here doing the leaves. This is one of my accounts where they have palm trees around their pool. So they cut them up and then put them out, and I get them up, I collect them for them, get rid of them for them. So I gotta have a better system. This is the first year I've done it. And these palms, when they get rained on or wet, they're so heavy, wet and stuff. So next year we're gonna do a whole different ball game. I've got these containers that I'm gonna drop off to them, and they can put it in, and all I gotta do is, if they're heavy, I can winch them right onto the trailer, which will only be one, so it's no big deal. So, but it'll make it a lot easier, because when they did it, they threw all the leaves and stuff. They would throw in trunks and then leaves and then trunks and then leaves, and it was like you had to dig everything out to separate it so you could move it, and it was just a pain. Not that big a deal, but enough. But yeah, it'll be a lot better next. So we're gonna get this unloaded, and we're gonna push it up in my little piles back here and get the tractor out, and we'll push it up. But we'll get this unloaded. Get the tractor next. Well, we got that job done, little job. So, I'm gonna let this thing down. Just bought this scraper blade for. It had some bends in it. I straightened them out and had to do some re-welding, and $100. I couldn't pass it up. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's nice and heavy, which that's what I like. Gives you more traction especially when you're using the loader. So we're back again. Somebody wanted me to do a video on my tower that I made for my camera when I go do my yards, because when you're videoing, a regular tripod just doesn't get it because you're down ground level more. It's good for close-ups, but when you have a tower, it gives you more scope of the yard, and you can see better where I'm at and everything else. So this is a state road sign, which was ones with that go along the road. Now, I didn't steal this. This was in one of my account's yard up in Delaware, and it laid for almost 2 years. I left it lay there to see if they would come back and get it. Eventually, the weeds grew over top of it and everything else. He wanted to get it out of there, so I brought it home. Well, I'm always bringing whatever I think I can use. I'll bring it home and put it in the scrap pile, and I don't scrap it. I just keep it, and if I need it for something, I'll use it. So the idea of me buying one was, I mean, they're $200 or $300. So I'm like, wait a minute, and it's all aluminum, so it's a no-brainer. So all I did was scale it down, which I didn't scale the height of it, but the legs were real long, and I just scaled them down, and you can adjust it, and it's telescopic. So it's just like you would buy, but heavier, and it is not going over in the wind or nothing. I mean, it's just guaranteed because it's made for that. So here's how it works. I'll just give you a close-up of it. Just cut these off. They were probably out to here, and I just scaled that down, which is no big deal. And then it's telescopic, so I mounted a telescopic for the part that goes for my camera. I had an old selfie stick that I mounted to it, and then I can put it up too. So that goes up, and then you just pull it up. And I figure, about 12 feet. If you can see that or not. It's 12 feet. Close to it. I'd say pretty close. Anyway, but that gives me a better scope of the yard. I put the camera up there. I've already used it. You'll saw the video of me doing leaves, and that's where I'm using it. It's working out really well, and it's one thing I don't have to worry about the wind blowing it over. I can put it on my trailer. If I pull up to a yard, I can put it, just lay it, set it right up on my trailer, put it up, and I can see everything. So it's working really well. So I just wanted to do that video because somebody asked me to do it, wanted to know about it. So I said, well, and I think in a future video, I said I was going to do a video on it. But that's all it is. So there you go. Well, guys, that'll end up in this video out. Like I said, if you're just joining, this channel's my work, yes, landscaper, but it's all going to be a little bit of everything, especially when the weather's better and we can get out and do things. It's going to be canoeing, it's going to be fishing, I mean, a little bit of everything. I got a buddy of mine, he's got a shop, and we'll probably go over there. He works on cars and trucks, and we'll be we hang out there all the time, and me and him are going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing fishing. We got a boat we're fixing up, so we're going to be doing that. You'll go right with me wherever I go. So we're trying to build this channel. So if you find it in your heart to subscribe and hit that like button, I'd appreciate it so much. And thank you guys for the ones that are already watching and have subscribed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Um, we can get them. If I can get on a roll, we can pump these videos out. Things are just going to get better and better. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.